the legend killer. Randy Orton has got to be in a foul mood.
Orton's got to be livid, and Orton has officials.
No luck holding back Orton, who would strike with a kick in the night. It was Orton versus debuting Keith Lee and Drew who delivered a third McIntyre, we presume, will maybe get medically cleared for the Clash of Champions. The WWE title opportunity at Clash of Champions against...
And this is breaking news. Rey Mysterio,
unable to... Mysterio can earn an opportunity later on tonight.
McIntyre offered me a rematch for the WWE title, but he did Drew's trouble. Not twice, but 3 times. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing that Drew McIntyre deserves is to be in pain each and every single day. The only person dishing out kicks here in the WWE.
Comes the man who beat Randy Orton last night.
Done well for yourself. I see you're amused for the damage you did last week on Raw. Doing your best to forget about the fact it is factual. Last night I gave you no choice. Mr. Orton, I think that things are a little for a legend killer like you. Means that maybe I'll even consider him a good friend. And at some point...
Dolph Ziggler on the limitless one. Wait a minute. DDT. Been running on Raw inside WWE Thunderdome. We will advance to the triple. And then watch this. Able to take the 304
debut month in WWE history. Keith Lee can
Lee versus Ziggler right now. It is Kevin Owens versus Dominic Mysterio one-on-one. Wise shot there to the knee, trying to take.
This is not a good place to be for Ziggler. And you look about this power matchup here. I don't blame Dolph Ziggler for getting off a few shots there.
Dolph Ziggler shots to the knee and then takes Keith Lee off.
And he should. Keith Lee is an absolute powerhouse, and you don't need to tell me coming off such a tremendous, astonishing. Sometimes you can underestimate.
A little too smart. There goes Ziggler. This month, could one of these two men, Dolph Ziggler and Keith Lee, take one step closer?
Impact all the time.
Speaking of go for the nose, Joe. Famous over, and a kick out. Threat goes to Clash with Champions to challenge McIntyre for all fracture. Courtesy of Randy Orton last Monday night. And now Dolph Ziggler shot. Time there is a healthy friendship between Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre.
I can't think of a better way than getting a
Ziggler down to his knees, just demolishing Ziggler. Oh man! Now Keith Lee setting up to the top turnbuckle. Zigzag! Leg! Keith Lee out now from Ziggler. Thought about the super kick.
Here we go!
Keith Lee advances to the...
Claims to be limitless, and from what we've seen so far, that just may be the case.
All for naught. Look at the power, the elevation of cut. Ziggler, this is the way Lee defeated Orton last night at Payback. The WWE title next month at Clash of Champions.
Into this, I didn't think Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax were going to be able to hold it.
Where Baszler had a hold of Bayley, and we would have new women's tag team champions.
Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. You're able to put your differences aside.
I'll tell you what happened. I told Nia to stay out of my way, and she did.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but it's easy to put somebody to sleep after I threw him around. Clearly, I said it like...
And speaking of champion Asuka,
this interview is for us.
Tag team champs only, bro.
Because last week, the group that calls itself Retribution ruined the main event of Monday Night Raw. Make sure that they don't wreak havoc. Because if you cannot deliver on that...
The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
Retribution did last week here on Raw, spoiling on a SummerSlam rematch in a lumberjack match with
Asuka. You have been demanding a new challenger for your Raw Women's Championship.
I've beaten many great women. It doesn't matter who is ready for Asuka.
I think we found somebody who is ready for Asuka.
the sixth.
Say, I recognize greatness when I see it.
So, with that said, I figured out of respect, Raw Women's Championship.
Here's the vote.
Mickey, you really think that you're going to come back?
Mickey, to be honest, you're just so delusional. I mean, you're stuck in the past and to fail to evolve. I mean, look at you. You have the same gear since 1990. No, I'm not joking. Natalia is the leader of this division, and she's my best friend.
Asuka is ready for you! And you!
Anna and Natalia jumping both Mickey James and Asuka.
There goes Natalia.
Anna.
There goes Asuka.
Oh! Is that it? Yes, it is Aleister Black. Aleister Black assaulting Kevin Owens.
Aleister Black is a man who thinks he's been wrong.
Oh, Black minutes ago.
Of course it is, Byron.
Kevin, okay, I gotta do it.
Kevin Owens is a wobbly leg.
Kevin Owens going to continue in this fight. Randy Orton is moving on to our main.
Now official Randy Orton will join Keith Lee.
Rey Mysterio non-medically cleared to getting ready. Bam! And from behind was attacked by Aleister Black. Out Kevin Owens. Boom! And the Black way. And it was over in a matter of to punch his ticket to next month at Clash of Champions.
I feel like you must have mixed emotions right now, knowing that you cannot compete against Seth Rollins tonight.
Getting closure tonight against Seth was very important to me. And we all know the pain Seth has put my family through. As long as I have, you understand that injuries happen. And
after that win last night, my confidence.
Lounge MVP. Big things are popping, little things are stopping. So this is the very first episode of the VIP Lounge coming to you live. Business runs Bartertown. The CEO of the Hurt Business and the new
Well, I'll tell you what, capture United States Championship.
Some would describe him as
and his Hurt Business buddies Lashley and Benjamin were
youthful exuberance. And unfortunately, Apollo, you're no dude. But understand this, Apollo. No matter how successful you make, and Bobby Lashley. Gonna beat up Apollo Crews. I was gonna put him in a hurt lock. You, Apollo Crews, you came out to get a little bit of payback. I will get you back. Wait. Not done with Apollo yet, I assure you. But right now, we're gonna focus on this 6-man tag match. Everybody was lame. Thank you, man.
Interruption there by Cedric Alexander, who MVP was preparing. Has been adamant about not joining.
That seems like a friendly grin to me.
Hell no, I haven't had a change of heart. And
the Viking Raiders. The business. 6-man tag team action next. Sign WWE Thunderdome, and it is time for 6-man tag team action.
that MVP has had with trying to get Cedric Alexander
defeated last week when the Hurt Business left these three. Watch Lashley. Oh, shoulder right.
So much over the years. I mean, now an accomplished submission artist.
Cheap shot.
Today, as he will be competing in the Raw Underground a little bit later.
Cruz tag mate Ricochet and Mustafa Ali, Cedric's friends of the Bachelor in Paradise.
You know, Ivar's schedule's been really full as of late, but
it's Raw Underground last week.
And look, this is a message to the
jewel to their corporation. If
and here comes MVP to meet Cedric Alexander, and this is what Alexander MVP surrounding himself.
And Cedric Alexander in the wrong part of town.
United States Championship last night. 10 Eastern. Later tonight, only here on USA.
So you have to wonder if he deserves this.
Just a sin in the eyes of MVP in the Hurt Business.
You know, it's trying to get to his tag team partners, but here come Lashley and Benjamin. MVP, and he does.
You're right, Joe. Cedric Alexander had the title for Alexander. Maybe MVP has developed a little bit of respect.
Actually, Shelton Benjamin and MVP going to applaud this victory by the Vikings. Whole different side of the imposing Titus O'Neil. Tonight, inside Shane McMahon. The Hurt Business attacking Cedric Alexander. Backstage here inside WWE.
What is that, Cedric? We're here right now. We're here now, Cedric. We're here now.
When you see stuff like that, one has to wonder if they're playing the long game.
The Iconics. Well, the game for the winning team earns a women's tag team title opportunity against Nia. Gets started. Considering the history between Ruby Riott and
there's a picture of the Iconics.
Oh, and this is Billie Kay to start things off and can feel it for her team. The one thing that benefits Riott and Morgan. That remains to be seen here tonight. So there was that moment last night at Payback where look challenge for the women's tag team titles or your career. In comes Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan with a chance now. Oh, waste a note to win and earn a title opportunity alongside Ruby. With these two apart, every opportunity they've had.
The urgency, Tom. You can see the urgency in these teams.
Oh, years of friendship has to be flashing before your eyes. Oh, and Billie Kay again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and a kick right to the face. Billie Kay. Oh, face first into the knees. It's the Iconics for quite some time. Ruby Riott. Morgan delivering in the clutch, but Billie Kay shoulders down and a kick. Billie Kay. The Iconics are no more. They've got to split up. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are no more. Mysterio, who will take on the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins.
Raw Underground is going to be super intense tonight. Titus O'Neil tonight. Raw Underground. It's going to be a good show. Yeah. Time to go.
Well, the complexion of this rivalry could be a Clash of Champions. The Monday Night Messiah, Rollins. The challenge for the title, that is if Drew McIntyre is even medically cleared by the Legend Killer.
It had been horrible to watch, Byron, but trust me, I bet it was worse than
Last night, you kicked me the WWE Championship opportunity on the line. So get the hell out. I want to hear you. I don't want to see you until you figure out what side of history you want to be on. Will defeat Dominic on my own.
Insulting Murphy.
Think about it. Think about what.
Oh, Dominic Mysterio taking a shot at. And Dominic making a beeline for the ring. It's underway. Well, we heard what Dominic Mysterio said earlier. He said that Dominic went one-on-one in a street fight at SummerSlam. And Dominic at the ring. The stakes couldn't be any higher. This treatment of Murphy, and he has taken that out on Dominic Mysterio. Happened at Payback. Oh, kicks moving.
Whoa, look at Dom go.
Guy, Tom. Off the top rope, and there got one with Rollins' name on it. Went for the 6. His father, Rey Mysterio. Up we go. Tonight, in a triple threat match to earn a WWE title opportunity. Next, Angie and sister Aaliyah, who are both in attendance here tonight. And then remember that Dominic Mysterio, if he does make it to the triple threat match, it would be unbelievable. But right now, the way Seth Rollins is defend that family name.
And Seth Rollins' pressure has been relentless. But Dominic...
Roughly an hour away, and now it's Dominic Mysterio. And an opening here for Dominic. Using his speed to his father, Rey Mysterio, not fighting for his family. Whoa. Rollins into the corner. Caught by the Monday Night Messiah. No! DDT, but setting up.
Rollins regroup.
Off the top, it takes down Rollins. Looking on backstage, the Mysterio family. Rudy area looking to attack from the air again.
Great avoidance.
Oh, now Diego. 6-1 now. Take off. Oh, Rollins. And they stop to Dominic Mysterio. Seth Rollins the cover. Rollins. To see Seth Rollins once again get an edge.
Oh, sweet for Seth Rollins because he knows. No, another stop button.
Trying to create more pain.
We're going to see a whole new man. And so far, over the single. Going after it. The headbutts. Illegal here, Ron, around the air. Let's see it. Let's go. He's looking for that right hand, that big right hand. To the body. Come on, ready? Down. Oh, outside.
Akira Tozawa, and these are my ninjas.
You're not on the list, sir. I'm sorry. It's blank!
We are now joined by the longest reigning Raw Tag Team Champion. You already know it's most season, baby. Tag Team Match, the Street Profits. Supported Dawkins, if they let the bell ring, let it fly. Yes, sir. Joe, I know you love this. Solo Cups at home, watching as a part of WWE. Debbie Burnett is going to accompany Angel Garza. You know, Angel Garza has made his... The Street Profits vowing to, quote, run up the score on Andrade and... They let you introduce Marks as established. What? Last week against the Profits, and here we go.
Oh, we're getting started early.
Tag team match.
Disdain between both these teams.
I mean, they're used to this mayhem. They came up in the Lucha Libre style, which is the reason why I think they might win tonight, Byron.
It's a dangerous position for Montez Ford to beat.
Dawkins crashing into the canvas. Down with the Tornado Tag Team matchup. Angel Garza and Andrade against the countouts, no disqualification. And a tornado beat the Street Profits. Maybe they could earn
in between Andrade and
Garza. Kick right to the face. It's beginning to boil over for Andrade and Garza.
And Garza and Andrade cannot have been out here.
This is all legal. This is all legal. It's trying to set up Dawkins, and what a shot with the caught.
Sensation. And Angelo Dawkins is doing the best to this match.
Garza on a kick. Look at the setup by Garza and Andrade with the stomp. Pick up by Ford.
And the elevation of...
WWE official.
I want you to get to the post and do your job. Get to your post and do your job. However, have a great time. Okay, this is Raw Underground. Snap out of it. Come on, enjoy. We're in for a treat. Spider, let's get this thing going. You did it better. Nice job. Looks like Marina's getting to this. Submission. Take on Shelton Benjamin from the Hurt Business. Let's get this thing going. Shelton Benjamin. Oh boy. Good control. Shelton staying on him. Good control. He left that arm out. He sneaks that wrist outside. He's going to... The Hurt Business looking pretty good. Spider, get him off. He's out.
Do not abandon anyone, okay? They are trained fighters.
Big situation. Take extreme measures, Byron.
The Apex Predator, Randy Orton,
and Seth Rollins. They're 100% right, Joe. Now walking into a match with no countouts and no disqualification.
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee survived.
He could top that win by securing his first ever championship. Oh, absolutely not. And you know, when it comes to friends, Tom, championships first.
To defeat Dominic family,
watching to see what transpires in this triple threat.
Are now set. It's Lee, Rollins, and Orton. Who will...
And the games have begun, Tom.
Again, me in here alone with him for? You said you and me work together.
Pinfall submission has happened inside the ring, and Rollins.
You said you could kick his ass. You're not gonna. You're changing your mind.
His minds. You better focus on Keith Lee. Same time, Joe. You gotta wonder. Oh, which of these men?
Have you ever tried to slow down a freight trailer barehanded?
What do you think? And now Keith for it earlier this year at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view against crushing Rollins into. Oh, his feet. Look at this. Seth Rollins, who will earn a WWE title opportunity in this matchup. On the side of the face. Orton, not for long. You between Rollins and Orton.
Inspiring.
No, I can't. I mean, it's a smart strat side the ring. The Viper. Bam! The DDT killer.
Oh boy.
Trying to secure his WWE RKO. Thought about a backslide. Shades of SummerSlam there for. Oh, wait a minute.
Keith Lee is rampaging.
Keith on the prowl.
Watch out!
Oh my gosh! Ring. Rollins trying to turn. This could be Rollins to go to Clash of Champions. Oh, kick to the face, and now Lee do it. Going for a spirit bomb. Orton. Chaos into the cover. Orton has got his title. This is how it will go down. McIntyre, Orton's team world title in store.
Interpolated and show them how it's meant to be, the way we operated. Give props to those that deserve respect, to those that lay the map to the prospect, to those that froze critics as hip-hop rose with the rhymes and the pros, they rocked out the shows. I wish lots of shame to those acting lame, dissing veterans, like without them they would have a game. And even though we know the game will never be the same, it remains the truth, old school forever rule. I hit this and dismiss the self-style critics. They need to sit when I represent and take minutes. I kick rhymes and reason each and every single season, and I cast a spell like I'm exorcising demons. True heads react to this, watch as I'm enacting this. You can take a ride as long as you don't try distracting this. After all, we know the pop is gonna fly, and we ain't gonna sell our souls to make it to the top. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. The quintessential essence of hip-hop remains. It goes through the highs and lows but regains. The status of the game is not defined by the sales, but the number of kids that feel the logic that we're kicking. The science laced with a touch of defiance, only for the heads that rock to this alliance. Reminisce the days Pete Rock and CL Smooth. The dream someday that I'll be spitting in the booth. The groove so funky, nobody getting punky, while boxers fight MCs spit it right. Now don't you underestimate a brother cause it's skinny. It's all about the force and the belief that's in within me. And I can tell right now I'm the original, sign of the soil, true blood and aboriginal. Born to spit the realest you will ever get. The game will never die and I'm willing to make a bet. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same. Hip-hop, it will never be the same. Never, never, never be the same.
My house and your house. My house is your house and your house is mine. My house and your house and your house is mine. My house is your house and your house is mine. My house and your house and your house is mine. My house is your house and my house and your house and my house is your house and my house and your house and my house is my house and my house is my house and my house and your house and your house is mine. Thank you.